Now, I'm pretty concerned. I mean, if you read the narrative, you follow the thread through all of these things, Tanveer, you got this whole green agenda that says that anything that's fossil fuel is bad and all that sort of stuff. Apparently, there's an additive in diesel fuel that is now in such short supply for a variety of reasons. Our supply chains are under enormous pressure in Australia. I mean, no new quarries, so we can't crush rock. So sand mining gets shut down, so we can't make glass. Water is not being stored where it should be, and we'll talk about water in a moment. But apparently the diesel fuel additive that knocks off a bit of the pollution is in short supply. Barnaby Joyce is warning that the trucking industry may not be able to run because the fuel may not be, kosher, proper, green.
Well, I'm not surprised at all, Gary. It was amazing to see that in parallel with the big climate conference in Glasgow, you had prices for, oil, gas, coal, all shooting through the roof, and power shortages right across the world, and not just in the developed world, in the UK, in India, across Europe, and in China. And part of the reason is that there have been green activists putting so much pressure on the ability to build or produce or process gas, coal, and a lot of people have been wanting to move to diesel. Diesel demand has gone up because it's been harder to get gas, coal, oil. And on top of that, as you're alluding to, even diesel's off limits. So it really getting ridiculous, some of these things, and it's causing huge pressures. And it really shows the absolute kind of lunacy of some of the activist demands. And look, I think it'll have big effects on public opinion over the coming years. When I think reasonable people, when they see these trends, they can see through it, and they want practical ends.
Yeah.
I think the mainstream aren't interested in the black-white moral dimension. Coal, gas, evil, renewables. The future of goodness in human civilization. That's not how most of the population see it. Look, this is another part of this, what we've seen in the last couple of months. Fossil fuels prices going through the roof, straining power supply throughout both the developed and developing worlds, and large sections of those populations will start getting very cynical about some aspects of the worst, certainly the worst aspects of the green movement, in spite of all the hoo-ha and a lot of the emotionalism you might get, often at the highest levels of both business and government.